They tell me their beloved pastor was shot.
This my pastor, and I love him. Like, it's crazy because, like, I never witnessed nothing like this.
Memphis, Tennessee, what is going on? Y'all are wilding right now.
Scene was the last thing church members at New Zion Field Baptist Church expected to see when they arrived for service Sunday morning. They tell me their beloved pastor was shot.
This my pastor, and I love him. Like, it's crazy because, like, I never witnessed nothing like this.
Church members are looking for answers after their pastor, 70-year-old Reverend Clemmy Livingston Jr., was shot in front of his church on Ryle Street. Family members tell WREG Livingston was shot while trying to stop someone from stealing another church member's vehicle. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. MPD says the suspects are two males who were last seen wearing hoodies.
Somebody tried to take one of the church member cars, and my granddad stepped up.
Livingston's grandson, 17-year-old Kavion Wooden, says he was supposed to preach during service. He says his sermon was going to be titled Another Chance, something he says his grandfather often extended to others.
He was a man of giving, willingness, kindness, compassion. He was a man that never did wrong toward nobody.
Wooden says his grandfather was shot in the mouth.
He feared no evil. He came out the church to protect the car because he feared no evil.
Several people we spoke to in the neighborhood describe Livingston as a beacon of light. Wooden says his family is pleading with the community to bring an end to senseless gun violence.
This is a pastor we're talking about. A pastor who's preaching to the community, who's doing right in the community, setting an example for kids. The pastor isn't even safe. And at some point, we have to start pushing people away in the community like this, who are affecting our community. We have to separate ourselves.
Honestly, I'm sick and tired of losing people to gun violence, to cars. I lost 7 friends due to gun violence. I lost 2 friends to cars. And I'm not nothing but 17. It's time to stop the violence. It's time to stop the robbing, stop the killing. It's time to put the guns down.
Reporting from South Memphis, Kwame Trewellborn, WREG, News Channel 3.
Because people like this, or who committed this act, need to be locked up. I want you away from me. I want you away from me, my kids, the people who I love, who are being productive in society, who want to help one another out. We don't need you in the community. We need you behind bars. That's where we need you.
In my mind, I didn't know when, but I just know eventually that I would go back to the pulpit.
Out of the emergency room and back into that pulpit. That's Pastor Clemmy Livingston. He was shot in the head outside his church in South Memphis last month, and now, as you heard him just say, he's headed back to church to lead his congregation. Thanks for joining.
Livingston is set to preach for the first time this weekend since that shooting. Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu joins us live at New Zion Field Missionary Baptist Church. Jack, his return comes, of course, just in time for Easter Sunday.
Yeah, good evening. You know, 1 month is a real short time to go from fighting for your life at a hospital to preaching on Easter Sunday. Pastor Livingston says there's still a long road to recovery ahead, but now he's feeling well enough to preach, so he's going to do it.
I believe in the scriptures where Paul said I could do all things through Christ who strengthened me.
Strength and faith are what Pastor Clemmy Livingston credits with getting him back in the pulpit. He was shot while standing outside the front door of his church in late February by car thieves. In spite of his difficult recovery and life-threatening injuries that left him unable to speak at first, his family told Fox 13 from the very beginning he had not yet delivered his last sermon. Those words will be proven true on Easter Sunday.
Stood in the pulpit of many Easters in the past, but this is the first time that I have went into the pulpit as a wounded soldier. Well, I'm wounded.
Livingston says he still has major medical operations ahead. First to repair his jaw, then plastic surgery. Those will likely make it difficult to speak and get around, so he's taking advantage of a narrow window to get back in front of his congregation and just in time for Christianity's holiest day.
I prayed over it, and I feel like that I'm doing what God wants me to do. I'm capable of doing this.
He says he sees the injuries to his face every day, and they serve as a constant reminder of how close he came to death. Seeing how far he's come in recovering since that shooting has strengthened his faith. He hopes his presence on Easter Sunday will show his congregation that God is not through with him yet.
You really don't know how hard you can pray. And though you've been through a crisis like I've been.
Now, there have not been any arrests in Livingston's case. Coming up for tonight at 10, I'm putting together his message to the people responsible for that shooting. Darcy?
You want to be a savage? Let's lock you up. Let's lock you up. Let's put you behind a cage so you can be a savage. Now, as sad as and unfortunate as that first story was about the pastor, we have something even more disturbing. Not only are pastors being shot in Memphis, women are being shot at.
We think I got shot in the face when I was turning around because the bullet went through my eye and came out of my cheek.
Take a look at this Ring doorbell video camera. A Mid-South college student, you see the shots being fired. This on her own front porch. She has no idea who did it, why they did it. It's been a month now since Nevaeh Jones was shot right there in Wynne, Arkansas.
Police are still searching for the suspect responsible. Tonight, this victim is speaking only to Fox 13's Sierra Jordan.
I'm standing on the front porch where Nevaeh Jones was shot several times. Now you can still see the marks of where the suspect shot at the college student. Now I sat down with Jones and she told me she is grateful to be alive today.
He literally came up behind me and started firing.
Nevaeh Jones left her home to get some pizza for her family just before 2 a.m. January 28th. Fox 13 obtained Ring camera video of Jones returning home on Owen Street North in Wynne, Arkansas. You can see Jones walking to her front porch with the pizza and car keys in her hand as she opens the screen door.
So I dropped down to the ground, I pulled up my knees in front of my chest, but I got shot in 3 times in each leg and then through my face, and it came out through my cheek.
Shocked, startled, and scared, Jones ducked from the gunshots.
I counted the gunshots because I know how many are in a clip, and when I got to 15, I picked my head up and I seen him running off.
Jones says she did not lose conscious after getting shot 7 times. The shooting cost her left eye, but she expects to walk within the next 5 months. The college student says she is lucky her mom was there to help her get inside to safety.
So this is what we're doing now. We disrespecting women like this. To the point of, I don't care what happened. I don't care if she your baby mom and something happened with her, or if she disrespected you or didn't give you her phone number, whatever the case may be. At no point is it okay to shoot at a woman, bro. We've gotten so comfortable disrespecting our women. And they're raising the kids. They're raising the kids. And we're okay with disrespecting the women in our community. We're okay with not taking care of them, not giving them no money. Regardless of what they do, you're supposed to be a man, so does it even matter? You're supposed to lead by example. Then a lot of you dudes wonder why women don't want to follow you, because you're not leading by example, regardless of what she do. That's how the old men used to handle business.
She was just trying to go get us some pizza. Just trying to go get us some pizza. And to hear her scream, and the hardest part is I couldn't protect my child. Like I was right on the other side of the wall and I couldn't protect my child.
Nevaeh Jones says she will not let what happened here stop her from chasing her dreams of becoming a nurse. Now, I did reach out to Wynne Police for an update. They say state police is assisting them in this investigation as they search for the suspect. Now, if you have any information on the shooter, please reach out to the police department.
That's why they had so much respect in the community. That's why they women cooked and cleaned for them. They took care of their responsibilities and their needs. They took care of their kids, regardless of what the woman did. They were a man. You're not supposed to be emotional like that. Women are supposed to be. You got enough bravado, man, whoever this guy is, to actually empty 15 rounds into this girl porch. You a punk, man. You a punk, and I said it. You a punk, bro. And you need to be locked up. That's exactly where you need to be, and that's exactly where you're going to go. And I champion that. I hope they give you the maximum sentence for disrespecting this woman like this, taking her eyesight away from her.